Hello, YouTube. My name is Big Boy Snatch on TV. Welcome out to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, I will be going over my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. So the Aleister Black versus The Miz. That's the title of the thumbnail. So make sure you guys full watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content down on the channel, and go and follow my social media down below in the description. And go check out my AEW Dynamite review and highlights that I post on the channel. All right. Without further ado, let's go over my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. Alright, now WWE Smackdown was not a good show, and that's all I gotta say. WWE Smackdown was live from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. Commentary tonight with Ray Barrett and Joe Testor. WWE Smackdown kicks off with an aerial shot of Des Moines, Iowa, and we cut to Randy Orton walking backstage. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton is also shown walking, and we see Carmella Hayes with The Miz coming out of a tour bus. The camera cuts to Damian Priest backstage, and he gets in Jacob Fatu's face. He pushes Jacob Fatu and Solo Sequoia as WWE officials breaks it up. LA Knight is shown walking behind them, and his music hits as he walks down to the ring. He gets into the ring, gets into the ring with the fans chanting LA Knight. He tells them, "Let me talk to you." He mentions how he said he wanted a rematch for his United States Championship. Instead, he got told he will have he will have a number one contenders match for it. He says he deserves his rematch, but he had his match and he didn't go his way because the Solo came out and gave him the Samoan Spike. And after that, Jacob Fatu come out and he dropped moonsaults. LA Knight says that was able to happen because of Damian Priest. He says he had no problem with Damian Priest, but he knows what Damian Priest was doing. He as he was as he is talking out comes Damian Priest. He tells LA Knight that LA Knight is right. But last week was all about Drew McIntyre, and all he wanted to do was shut Drew McIntyre up. LA Knight tells him he understands that, but he picked the wrong time. He and the bell rang last week because of him. Damian Priest disagreed and tells him that Solo hit him last week, and he all he did was save him from getting hit with a claymore. LA Knight tells him just because Damian Priest got hit with a claymore and got pinned, that doesn't mean it was going to happen to him. Damian Priest tells him this whole situation is because LA Knight lost his title at WrestleMania 41. LA Knight says he lost, he get it, but as soon as he lost it, he came back and fought for it. But he's not fighting for his title, right? Now because of Damian Priest, he can't say that any clearer. Damian Priest tells him that LA Knight's frustration are LA Knight's fault. If his head wasn't up his you know what at WrestleMania 41, he will still be champion, which is the United States champion. LA Knight tells him they don't they don't have a problem, but if he keeps talking like that, he will put his foot up his you know what. Damian Priest tells him their match is later tonight, but he doesn't see why they should wait. LA Knight with his trademark, yeah, and out comes a referee. The audio was off in the opening segment between Damian Priest and LA Knight, but echoed. Damian Priest's entrance music was very loud tonight. When he came, we came out as for a as for the promo. It wasn't bad, but it felt like two baby faces who were trying to find a reason to fight. Hashtag SmackDown. All right, now I totally agree with that. So we go to commercial break. All right. So we get the first match, Damian Priest versus LA Knight. And this match right here, this was a decent match. Back from commercial, and the match is already underway. LA Knight with an arm bar, but Damian Priest with a right hand. Damian Priest throws LA Knight to the ropes and lands a spinning back elbow. Damian Priest with a big kick to the face. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Damian Priest with the arm bar, and he begins to walk the top rope, but LA Knight drags him down and slams him onto the mat. LA Knight to the ropes, and he lands a flying clothesline followed by a Russian leg sweep. Damian Priest gets back up, and LA Knight with a jumping net breaker. He goes for the cover, but Damian Priest kicks out. LA Knight with a slam. He grabs Damian Priest, but Damian Priest reverses it, hitting him with a right hand. He lifts LA Knight up and goes for the Rachel's Edge, but LA Knight lands on his feet and lands a DDT. LA Knight climbs the second rope and jumps up onto the third, landing an elbow drop. He goes for the cover, but Damian Priest kicks out, so we go to commercial break. Back from back from commercial break. LA Knight places Damian Priest on the top rope, but Damian Priest with right hands, but Damian Priest slaps not slaps but steps down onto the ring apron. A right hand by Damian Priest, and he gets into the ring. Damian Priest grabs LA Knight and lands the Razor's Edge. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. The fans chant LA Knight as Damian Priest grabs LA Knight. He goes for the South of Heaven, but LA Knight lands on his feet. He grabs Damian Priest, but Damian Priest with the Falcon Arrow. Damian Priest climbs the top rope, but LA Knight leaps onto the top rope and lands a superplex. He goes for the cover, but Damian Priest kicks out. Both men slowly get to their feet, and LA Knight clotheslines Damian Priest to the outside. He goes for a baseball slide. Damian Priest moves out of the way. LA Knight to the outside, and Damian Priest with the flatliner onto the ring apron. Damian Priest throws LA Knight back into the ring, and out comes Soul Sequoia, who hits Damian Priest. The referee calls for the bell, and Soul Sequoia throws Damian Priest into the barricade. The winner by disqualification, Damian Priest. This was a decent match until Soul Sequoia came out of nowhere and ruined it. Soul Sequoia gets into the ring and begins hitting LA Knight with right hands. He goes for the Samoan spike, but Damian Priest hits him with a right hand, and LA Knight hits Solo Sequoia with the BFT. Damian Priest and LA Knight are face to face in the ring, and they look at Solo Sequoia into the outside. Damian Priest goes to the outside of the ring and clears the announcer desk. LA Knight kicks Solo to the outside, and Damian Priest goes for a choke slam. But Jacob Fatu gets in the ring, and he lands a suicide dive onto Damian Priest. LA Knight to the outside, but Jacob Fatu with a Samoan slam onto the announcer desk. Jacob Fatu with a running hip attack on Damian Priest into the barricade. Jacob Fatu and Sosa Coil stand on the ring steps celebrating. Alright, let's move on. So we get Fraxium and Pretty Deadly. We cut to the announcer team and they narrate over highlights of last week's win by Fraxium. We cut to Byron Saxton with Fraxium. They talk about how they flipped the tag team division upside down on NXT, and they will do the same on SmackDown. In comes Pretty Deadly, who tells Byron Saxton to leave. They tell Fraxium that SmackDown is home of the best and hungriest tag teams. They tell Fraxium that opportunities are not given. They spoke to Uncle Nick to find out just how good Fraxium are, and they leave as Pretty Deadly's music hits. Who is Uncle Nick? Who is Uncle Nick Aldis? Don't you mean Nick Aldis? But they put Uncle Nick. That part didn't make sense. But anyway, not a bad match, but I expected a finish. I could see a tag team match between them either tonight, next week. It it has it has to be said. Damian Priest not much of a reaction, and this crowd seems to be dead for this show. I agree with that. So that's all I gotta say. So we go to commercial break. Former UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping is in the attendance. Alright, so we get Pretty Deadly versus Fraxium. This was a fun tag team match, and that's all I gotta say. The bell rings, we are underway. Axiom and Wilson start the match. Axiom with a drop kick, and Frazier is tagged in. They double team Wilson, and Prince is also knocked off the ring apron. Fraser grabs Wilson, but Wilson with a big boot. Wilson with the hip toss, and he goes for the cover, but Axiom kicks out. Fraser throws in the corner, and Prince is tagged in. He grabs Fraser, but Fraser with a kick to the side of the head. Axiom is tagged in, and they double team Prince. In comes Wilson, but Axiom with a drop kick and Pretty Deadly to the outside of the ring. Fracks them with double suicide dives onto both men. Axiom throws Prince back into the ring. He goes for the cover, but Prince kicks out. Axiom climbs the second rope and goes for a crossbody, but Prince clotheslines him and Wilson is tagged in. He throws Axiom onto Wilson's feet and Prince with a clothesline. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Fraser with a springboard dropkick onto Pretty Deadly, followed by a double DDT. Fraser with a shooting star press onto Prince. He goes for the cover, but Wilson breaks it up. Prince is bleeding from the jaw, and Fraser places him on the top rope. Right hands by Prince. Kid Wilson is tagged in. He knocks Axiom on the outside. Wilson gets in the ring and he powerbombs Fraser. He goes for the cover, but Fraser kicks out. Both men with right hands, but Frazier pushes him into the corner. He places him on the top rope, and Axiom is tagged in. Axiom with a Spanish fly. Frazier is tagged in, and he lands the Spanish splash. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Fraction. This was a fun tag team match. We cut backstage to see Mitch and B-Fab with Nick Aldis. They talk about wanting a tag team title shot, and in comes the secret Harris, and they're all wearing black. Chelsea Green is wearing all black and thin black veil and black sunglasses. Chelsea Green calls Selena Vega crook. Nick Aldis tells her that the referee counted to three last week. Chelsea Green tells him this is about the United States about the United States Women's United States title, and he is not even from the United States. Nick Aldis tells her that neither is she or the secret Harris. Chelsea Green asks for a recount, and Nick Aldis tells her she means a rematch. But tonight, Selena Vega is going 1-on-1 against Piper Niven. And if Piper Niven wins, she will be the next in line for a title shot. And if Piper Niven wins, maybe Chelsea Green can face her in a match. Alright, a fun tag team match, but Elton Prince was cut the hard way. It looked like a elbow to the jaw too. Branson are a fun tag team, and as are Pretty Deadly. Hashtag Smackdown. While the tag team match was fun, there were a few instances where they were off, particularly and understandable when Price didn't kick out after being busted open. Also, Nathan Frazier looked like he didn't kick out or was late to kick out on a pin too. Hashtag SmackDown. Alright. Chelsea Green is just a lot of fun to watch. Her telling Nick Aldis that is about the Women's United States title while telling him it's not even from there was pure comedy. She and Nick Aldis have great chemistry together. Hashtag SmackDown. So we go to commercial break. We see clips of Randy Orton against John Cena from the 2013 TLC pay-per-view. Nia Jax music hits and now she comes to the ring. The fans boo her and she tells them that was a warm welcome and she is glad she is back. Nia says while Tiffany was walking around, she was back at home, refocusing to take back what is hers and the WWE Women's Champion. It's Tiffany time. His it's Tiffany time his and out comes Tiffany Stratton. She tells Nia that she is not the same Tiffany Stratton that she used to bully. She tells Nia that cashing in on her was the best decision she ever made. And after that, she went on one-on-one against one of the greatest of all time, Charlotte Flair, which is that match was the worst match of the night at WrestleMania 41. And if she and Nia ever lock up again, she would be her too. Nia asks her if she is offering her a rematch, and Tiffany tells her no. The fans chant Tiffy time. She tells Nia that she doesn't make the matches around here, but she won't shy down from a fight, and she will defend her title against her anytime, anywhere. Naomi music hits, and out she comes. She says it is funny to see them both fighting because she remembers where she was trying to get a title off Nia for months, but Tiffany Stratton always helped Nia Jax out. Naomi tells them that they made her life a living hell. She tells them that she changed. She is a new Naomi now. She doesn't stand behind Bianca, and she doesn't let Jade attack her from behind. She tells a fan to shut up and says she is not done going after gold. She tells Tiffany Stratton that's not only will she push her onto a car, she'll push her under one. Not Cora J, but Jay Cargill muted kids, and now she comes. All four women are in the ring, and Jay clotheslines Naomi to the outside while Tiffany Stratton throws Nia Jax to the outside. Tiffany Stratton and Jay Cargill circle each other in the ring, and out comes Nick Aldis. He says if they are eager for a fight, he is going to make a tag match. Player. He says it will be Tiffany Stratton and Jay Cargill against Naomi and Nia Jax. Um, Nick Aldis is not Teddy Long. I don't know why. I don't know why he said player. Nick Aldis is not Teddy Long. That's all I gotta say. We see the return of Aleister Black from last week. All right. Back, 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 back in the arena, Carmelo Hayes tells the Miz that he is sick of people trying to make moments of them. Miz says he built up the WWE for 2 decades. He outlasted next big things and legends. The Miz says you target a nobody talks. You target the Miz. Everyone talks. Black didn't knock him out. He woke him up. He says there is a reason he has lasted as long as he has in a company where Elsa Black only lasted 5 years in. He says to hit his music, and out he comes to the ring with Carmelo Hayes. So we go to commercial break. All right, we get the next match. So we get the Miz coming by Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black. And this match right here, I did not really care about this match. But I'm glad Aleister Black won. I did not really care about this match. The crowd was dead during this match. The bell rings, we are underway. Miz goes for a kick, but Aleister Black blocks it, and Miz with a right hand. He throws Aleister Black to the ropes, but Aleister Black with a knee, and the Miz rolls to the outside of the ring. Miz gets back into the ring, and Aleister Black with a forearm followed by a knee to the face. A back elbow, and goes for the cover, but the Miz kicks out. The Miz gets back up, and Aleister Black kicks him to the outside. Aleister Black grabs the Miz, but Miz slams him head first onto the ring apron. So we go to commercial break. All right, back from commercial break, the Miz throws Aleister Black to the outside of the ring. The Miz to the outside, he jumps off the ring steps and goes for a splash, but Aleister Black with a knee to the jaw. He throws the Miz back into the ring, and he hits the forearm. He hits him with forearms. Aleister Black sweeps the legs and hits him with forearms. He springboards by Aleister Black. He goes for the cover, but Miz kicks out. Aleister Black goes for a kick. Miz blocks it, and he lands a DDT. He goes for the cover, but Aleister Black kicks out. Aleister Black down on his knees in the Miz with kicks, but Aleister Black laughs. He grabs the Miz, gets to his feet, and he hits him with a spinning elbow. Aleister Black with a big knee to the face. The Miz on the ring apron, but the Miz hangs Aleister Black up on the top rope. He goes for the skull crushing finale, but Aleister Black with a cartwheel reverse, and he lands on his feet. Aleister Black with a black mask. Carmelo Hayes gets on the ring apron. and that distracts Aleister Black. The Miz goes for the cover, but Aleister Black kicks out. Aleister Black with the black mask. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Aleister Black. I'm glad that Aleister Black won, but this entire match, I did not really care. The crowd was there doing this match, but I'm glad Aleister Black won. But all right, let me continue. I can see. No, don't get me wrong. I can see Aleister Black is. I can see Aleister Black with the Judgment Day. Cause you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. What if Aleister Black gets drafted from SmackDown to Raw? Now, if Aleister Black gets drafted to Raw, he can be the leader of the Judgment Day, and I can see that is either Finn Balor or Carlito might get kicked out of the Judgment Day, but kick Carlito out of the Judgment Day because Carlito's not doing nothing with the Judgment Day. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me continue reading. Carmelo Hayes slides into the ring, but Aleister Black turns around and sits across from Carmelo Hayes. Both men get to their feet and are face to face as Carmelo Hayes leaves the ring. Alright, so we get Ray Phoenix and Santos Escobar. Alright. Santos Escobar is with Ray Phoenix backstage. Escobar tells him his match at WrestleMania 41 was a true embodiment of disappointment. He embarrassed them all. Rey Mysterio himself picked Ray Phoenix to take his place at WrestleMania 41, and he blew it. And now the self-appointment greatest luchador of all time is out of the picture, and this time, hopefully forever. Escobar says someone will have to take his place, and that person has always been him. If Ray Phoenix knows what is best for him, he will listen to what he has to say. Ray Phoenix tells him to shut up and stay out of his business. Now that part from Ray Phoenix that I like. He says there is only one luchador in the world he trusts, and he's not Escobar. And if he has a problem with that, he will see him in the ring tonight. Oh man, I cannot wait to see that match. All right, so we go to commercial break. So we get Selena Vega versus Piper Niven, accompanied by Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. And this match right here, this match wasn't a good match. It was just sloppy. But I'm glad Selena Vega won. So I don't know why y'all hate on Selena Vega because Selena Vega beat Chelsea Green for the Women's United States Championship. Selena Vega deserved that moment, and not to mention Selena Vega should have won that at at Puerto Rico. And that's all I gotta say. But I'm glad Selena Vega is our new Women's United States Championship. That's all I gotta say. And I was happy that Selena Vega got her big moment. That's all I gotta say. But this match right here, this was sloppy. But I'm glad Selena Vega won. The bell rings and we are underway. Selena Vega with kicks and runs to the ropes, hitting Piper Niven with a knee to the face. She goes for the cover, but Piper Niven kicks out. Selena Vega runs towards Piper Niven, but Piper Niven takes her down with a shoulder tackle. Selena Vega gets back into the ring and tries to throw Piper Niven to the ropes, but Piper Niven overpowers her. Piper Niven slams Selena Vega's face onto the face. Piper Niven kicks Selena Vega's face first into the bottom turnbuckle. So we go to commercial break. Alright, back from commercial break, Selena Vega with a double knees to the face. She runs towards Piper Niven, but Piper Niven slams her onto the mat, followed by a senton. She goes for the cover, but Selena Vega kicks out. She places Selena Vega on the top rope, and Piper Niven goes for a suplex, but Selena Vega with a headbutt, and Piper Niven falls to the mat. Selena Vega with the meteor. She goes for the cover, but Piper Niven kicks out. Selena Vega goes for the cold red, but Piper Niven gets out of it and hits Selena Vega with the side slam. She goes for the cover, but Selena Vega kicks out. Selena Vega downs in the corner, and Piper Niven goes for a cannonball, but Selena Vega moves out of the way. Selena Vega with a running knee. Selena Vega with a DDT. She climbs the top rope and lands a moonsault. She goes for the cover, but Piper Niven kicks out. Selena Vega goes for Code Red, but Piper Niven blocks it and she headbutts Selena Vega. Piper Niven goes for a powerbomb, but Selena Vega reverses it, throwing Piper Niven into the second ropes. Selena Vega goes for the 619, but Chelsea Green gets on the ring apron. Piper Niven goes to hit Selena Vega from behind, but Selena Vega moves out of the way, and Piper Niven accidentally knocks Chelsea Green down. Selena Vega rolls Piper Niven up and gets the win. The winner of the match, Selena Vega. This match was sloppy, and I'm glad Selena Vega won. And I'm glad that Selena Vega is the women's United States Championship instead of Chelsea Green. And I'm so glad that Selena Vega got a push and Selena Vega got a big moment. But Selena Vega should have won the Women's United States Championship at Puerto Rico. And that's all I gotta say. And I'm just speaking facts. Alright. But that match itself was sloppy. Alright. We cut backstage and Nick Aldis is talking to Solo Sequoia and Jacob Fatu. He tells them last for 2 weeks in a row they caused a disqualification. Solo tells him that last week was Drew McIntyre's fault and this week Jacob Fatu gave them a warning. Nick Aldis tells Jacob Fatu that he will defend his United States Championship against LA Knight and Damian Priest. Solo tells him that Drew McIntyre is the number one contender. He should face Jacob Fatu. Nick Aldis tells him he is right and forget the triple threat match. It is now a fatal four-way match. We already been new. And Jacob Fatu is going to retain his United States Championship in a fatal four-way match. I can already tell at Backlash. And Backlash is only 8 days away. But anyway, I just had to put this out there. Jacob Fatu tells him to keep it 100, line them up. He is going to dog walk there. You know what? He is all gas, no brakes, and walks away. So Solo Supporter tells Nick Aldis that Nick Aldis is trying to screw over Jacob Fatu, and Nick Aldis tells him that Solo is the one screwing him over. I believe that Solo Supporter is going to find a way to screw Jacob Fatu. I can already tell, but we'll see. We'll see at Backlash. That wasn't a good match. Nothing against Selena Vega or Piper Niven, but it just didn't click. Very slow and choppy at times. I didn't like this one. Hashtag Smackdown. I agree with this. I did not like that match either. So that's all I gotta say. Let's move on. So we go to commercial break. This was a good segment right here. Randy Orton music hits, and now he comes to the ring. He hugs his child as he is walking down and slaps some hands. He getting in the ring. A loud Randy Orton chant from the crowd. He says, "We are 2 hours and but welcome to SmackDown." Randy Orton says John Cena's name and the fans boo. He says while the world couldn't see him, Randy Orton could. It took about 20 years for everyone to realize what kind of man John Cena is, but he knew from day one John Cena is ignorant and selfish. The fans chant John Cena sucks. He is an entitled brat who gets whatever he wants. John Cena is the ultimate shiny new toy to be played with by the ultimate puppet master. He said John Cena is smart. He took advantage of the TG era. He was willing and eager to be a real life walking, talking cartoon character, while Randy Orton did everything that he could to be true to who he is. Alright. Randy Orton says John Cena didn't care about the boys in the back or the fans. All John Cena cares about is his bottom line, which has brought him fame, fortune, and right into the mainstream. It has enabled John Cena that every single month he has a brand new colored T-shirt, armband, and wristband, sneakers, dog tags, and towels on the merchandise stand. He wants to make sure that the fans love him even more than they already do. But speaking of the kids, last week John Cena said that the reason why he never had kids, rise a family for himself, it's because he was busy raising all the kids in the audience. Randy Orton says the only thing John Cena is raised is the price of his merchandise, which the actual parent had to work double in order to afford. He says selling your soul is not a new concept. John Cena has been doing it for 20 years. All right. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. He says he will give them the hustle all day, but the loyalty, the respect. What happens to the loyalty and respect? He is acting because last week John Cena stood in the ring and he said he was going to erase the Randy Orton name from the history books. That he was going to erase everything his family did in the industry. He will not over his head freaking body. Johnson is not the last real champion. He is the latest champion that he has to put down. And that backlash in his hometown, in front of his wife and kids, he is going to punt kick him so hard that Lego shaped head right off his shoulders and through the gateway arch, but not before he drops John Cena with the three most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. RKO. Randy Orton music hits and he drops the microphone and pose to the crowd on the second row. Now I got this feeling that John Cena is going to retain the undisputed WWE champion. I got this feeling about that. But I do want to see Randy Orton walk out at Backlash as the new undisputed WWE champion. And I understand that John Cena won the undisputed WWE championship at WrestleMania 41 Night 2, which is against Cody Rhodes. That match itself between John Cena and Cody Rhodes was that main event was the worst main event match ever. And that's all I gotta say. Alright. It says right here. It says Nia Jax to Naomi. Alright. We cut backstage and Naomi is getting ready for her match. In comes Nia Jax, who tells her that they had to be on the same page. Her eyes are set on gold and two faces. Tiffany Stratton. As long as Naomi stays out of her way, they will be good. Naomi tells her sure and walks away with Nia Jax looking confused. Okay. A good promo from Randy Orton. With people complaining about WWE ticket prices, I'm surprised Randy Orton mentions merchandise prices. Something tells me Randy Orton against John Cena at Backlash won't be their last match against each other. Hashtag Smackdown, which is I agree. All right, let's move on. So we go to commercial break. Randy Orton is walking backstage and he is stopped by R-Truth. He tells Randy Orton that his childhood hero John Cena is going to beat Randy Orton. In comes Jimmy Uso, who tells Randy Orton he knows how R-Truth gets down. Randy Orton leaves and Jimmy Uso tells R-Truth to stop. If he keeps talking, Randy Orton will knock his head off his shoulders. R-Truth says John Cena him that told him that, and John Cena also told him he is the last real champion, and John Cena will not lie to him. Can you imagine R-Truth helped John Cena to retain the undisputed WWE champion, and R-Truth just out of nowhere attack Randy Orton? Oh my God! All right, let me continue. So we get Santos Escobar versus Ray Phoenix, and this match right here, this was a solid match. All right, solid match. The bell rings were underway. Both men with chops and Escobar chops Ray Phoenix down onto the mat. Escobar tells him he should be the boss, and Ray Phoenix should join him. Ray Phoenix back to his feet, and he chops Escobar. Both men are face to face, and Ray Phoenix pushes him down. Escobar gets up and runs towards Ray Phoenix, but Ray Phoenix moves out of the way, and Escobar to the outside of the ring. Ray Phoenix gets on the ring apron and lands a hurricanrana. He grabs Escobar, but Escobar pushes him into the ring apron in the ring. In the ring steps, Escobar backs into the ring and he lands a suicide dive onto Ray Phoenix. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Ray Phoenix with a kick to the head. Ray Phoenix on the ring apron and he climbs the top rope and hits a springboard moonsault. He goes for the cover, but Escobar kicks out. Ray Phoenix with a spinning kick. He goes for the cover, but Escobar kicks out. Ray Phoenix goes for a kick. Escobar ducks and he hits Ray Phoenix with a knee to the face. Ray Phoenix bounces back up and kicks Escobar in the head as both men falls to the mat. Ray Phoenix runs towards Escobar, but Escobar places him on the top rope. Ray Phoenix walks to the top rope and jumps, but Escobar with a knee to the face. Escobar lifts Ray Phoenix up and slams him face first onto his knees. He goes for the cover, but Ray Phoenix kicks out. Escobar lifts Ray Phoenix up, but Ray Phoenix lands on his feet. He pushes Escobar onto the ropes and lands the adios amigos. Ray Phoenix with the meteor off the top rope. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Ray Phoenix. All right, we cut to Tiffany Stratton as Jericho Gill comes Byron Saxton, who asks them about their match. Tiffany Stratton says she get it. If she was Nia Jax, she wouldn't want to be with her either. And as for Jade Cargill, as long as she stays out of her way, they won't have a problem. Jade Cargill tells Tiffany Stratton to stay out of her business because she did not get enough of Naomi. Jade Cargill says she spoke to Nick Aldis and he told her that she will face Naomi next week on SmackDown for the number one contenders match. I expected Ray Phoenix and Santos Escobar to be a much better match. I didn't know if it's all the release going on or the fans not be too loud, but tonight's show seems off. That's all I gotta say. So we go to commercial break. Escobar is backstage with Barto and Angel. He is angry at them for not helping him during his match. In comes Andrade and he tells Santos that he knows that Santos didn't care about Angel and Barto. Andrade says that he didn't like Santos. He says that Santos always talks about El Gacy, respect the respect and honor, but what he has legacy with Gaza, he doesn't have respect or honor. Santos Escobar grabs Angel and they leave. Angel stares at Andrade and Andrade smiles. Escobar comes back and grabs Berto. I can already tell that Legado del Fantasma is going to break up. I can already tell. I can tell that Berto and Angel Garza going to leave Santos Escobar. All right, because like I said, it's coming. But anyway, let me go to commercial break. A highlight package of last week's TLC match for the Tag Team Championship airs. The tag team match between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. That match itself should have been at WrestleMania, one of the grand stages of them all, for the WWE Tag Team Champions in the TLC match. That match itself should have been on WrestleMania 41. And the grand stage of them all between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. But that last week's TLC match was the match of the night. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to stay on that match itself for the WWE Tag Team Champions for the ladder tables and chairs match and a triple threat match. That match itself should have been at WrestleMania 41 in the grand stage at WrestleMania 41 in the grand stage of them all. I don't care if it's night one or night two. All right, I highlight packets of last week's TLC match for the tag team title airs. Commercial break. So we get the main event of the evening, a tag team match: Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax and Naomi. And this main event tag team match, this was not bad. This was not a bad tag team match. It was just okay for what it was. All right, the bell rings. We're underway. Both teams are in the ring, and all four women are brawling. Tiffany Stratton throws Nia Jax to the outside into the ring steps. Right hands by Tiffany Stratton, but Nia Jax throws her into the barricade. Back in the ring, Jade Cargill with the European uppercut onto Naomi, and she throws her to the outside. Jade Cargill to the outside, and she slams Naomi face first into the barricade. Naomi throwing into the ring post and backs into the ring. Jade Cargill gets back in the ring, but Naomi with a knee to the face. She throws Jade Cargill into the corner and and Jay into she throws Jade Cargill into the corner and a big scratch to her back. Naomi with a snap mare followed by a kick to the back. Naomi to the ropes, and Nia Jax tags herself in. Jade Cargill clotheslines Naomi, but Nia Jax takes her down. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Naomi with a right hands onto Jade Cargill. Naomi goes to tap, but Nia Jax not just, but Jericho Gill pulls her back and slams her face first into the mat. Nia Jax is tagged in, and she grabs and she grabs Jay Cargill, but the legs, but um, Jay Cargill kicks her away and makes the tag. In comes Tiffany Stratton, who clotheslines Nia Jax. A knee to the face onto Nia, followed by a cartwheel back elbow in the corner. Tiffany Stratton to the ropes, but Nia Jax grabs her and goes for the Samoan drop, but with a perfect cover, but Nia Jax kicks out. Tiffany Stratton climbs the top rope, but Nia Jax to her feet and hits her with a headbutt. She lands a Samoan drop. Naomi tags herself in. Nia Jax lands a leg drop. In comes Naomi, and both women argue over the tag. Naomi goes for the split-legged moonsault, but Tiffany Stratton gets her knees up. Jade Cargill is tagged back in, and she knocks Naomi in the face and kicks Nia Jax off the ring apron. Forearms by Jade Cargill onto Naomi, followed by a slam onto the mat. Jade Cargill with a slam. She goes for the cover, but Nia Jax breaks it up. Nia Jax drags Naomi to the corner, and she tags herself in. Nia Jax with an elbow onto Jericho Gill, followed by a senton. She goes for the cover, but Tiffany Stratton with a swanton off the top rope to break up the cover. In comes Naomi, but Tiffany Stratton throws her in the corner. Nia Jax with a splash from behind onto Tiffany Stratton and also takes Naomi out. Nia with a splash onto Jade Cargill in the corner. Nia Jax goes for the annihilator, but Jade Cargill gets to her feet and she power bombs Nia Jax. Jade Cargill goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. And this match itself was not bad. Tiffany Stratton and Jay Cargill celebrate in the ring. The referee grabs the WWE Women's Championship as he goes to hand it to Tiffany Stratton. Jay Cargill grabs it and puts it on her shoulders. Tiffany Stratton asks for it and asks Jay Cargill to hand it to her. She doesn't let go of the title. In comes Naomi, who hits Jay Cargill from behind and hits her with a kiss defeat. Naomi raised the WWE Women's title in the air, and SmackDown goes off the air. Not a bad main event. Tiffany Stratton with a probably the biggest pop of the night. The powerbomb by um, Jade Cargill onto Nia was impressive. Was impressive too. Hashtag WWE, hashtag SmackDown. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna be honest, and I agree with this. This wasn't a very good SmackDown. Probably the one I have the latest uh, one I have the least enjoy in over a year or two. It was maybe all of these releases or the fans not being loud or something about it just wasn't good. And I agree with that. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy, let me give my honest opinion about I think about SmackDown because I got a lot to say about this. Now WWE Smackdown was not a good show, and that's all I have to say. It was not a good show for what it was. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel because I'm on the road to 9K and becoming a YouTube partner. Follow my social down below in the description. And I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow about several WWE superstars got released from WWE. So that video is gonna be dropping tomorrow. Because I got a whole lot to say about that video, man, and I'm going to be speaking nothing but facts about it. So anyway, and I will be making a 3-minute YouTube short video of me and show you guys my thumbnail twice in that video because the proof is in the pudding. I hope that video gets some love with some comments. I hope it gets like 1K views because I deserve it, and that's all I gotta say. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great weekend, a great Friday. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys tomorrow when I upload my several WWE superstars got released from WWE. And I'm going to be dropping that video tomorrow. But I want to save my energy for that video tomorrow because I got a whole lot to say about that video. But when I heard Gigi Dolan got released, that really pisses me off. And I know that everybody from the wrestling community was not happy, but that Gigi Dolan got released from WWE because Gigi Dolan was on NXT last week. She teamed up with Tatum Pasley to go up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. But now, fast forward, Gigi Dolan got released. That was a downfall within the wrestling community. But wherever Gigi Dolan goes, I got nothing but respect for Gigi Dolan because I love me some Gigi Dolan. If she goes to, and I can see Gigi Dolan go straight to TNA Impact. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, that was just a prime example. I had to just put that out there. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow in my new video of several WWE superstars got released from WWE. I'm going to cover that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop my breaking news that several WWE superstars got released from WWE. That's going to be the title of the video itself tomorrow. I am going to work hard and I'm going to prepare for it. But anyway, this is your boy Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka what kind of snacks you want? Because I got plenty going around. Have a great Friday. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.